Good morning, guys. My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. So today's video, we have this brand new 2022 Acura MDX in for a new car prep and ceramic coating. So the MDX is in for, like I said, the new car prep and ceramic coating. Let's take a quick look before we start our wash process. And it is this beautiful, ooh, that is really bright. It is this beautiful blue metallic, and man, the paint, yeah, it's got a little bit of swirls, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. Check out this huge emblem. That thing is gigantic. So we have a couple of bugs up here already. Yep, we'll tackle those. So we're going to, of course, start with our pre-wash. So our rinsing, APC rinsing, foaming, and contact wash. Wheels, not bad at all. Once we pull it in, we'll be able to see it under the lights. Sometimes the camera is kind of overexposing here out in the bright sunlight with all this ambient light. But you can tell, I mean, it's not too bad at all. A few little swirls here and there. Actually, it looks like here, you can see some buffer trails. Yeah, see? Some rotary trails right there. So someone attacked that. But yeah, we're gonna coat this with G-Technic Crystal Serum Light. And we're also going to coat the wheels, all of the textured plastic here, and of course the glass, and especially the windshield. And of course we'll coat the cowl like we usually do. I think that's an area often missed by some people. They never really mention coating the windshield cowl, but the windshield cowl gets a lot of abuse. Lots of chemicals and junk from the windshield that the wipers push all the way down here, and it just collects here. So it's good to protect this. So if you coat this, then it'll be easier to clean, it'll bead water, and yeah, it won't fade out over time. So like I mentioned, let's get started on this, and we'll start with our pre-wash. Of course, our APC rinsing, we're using Super Clean, and I also have in the bottle here that I got from the detail glove box. I am having a hard time trying to find these to link. They're not on Amazon. There's a couple of bottles like it. It's really the triggers. These are double action triggers. I have Optimum Power Clean in here, diluted 1:4. And as far as the shampoo, we're also going to use the exterior lather. This also came in the same detail glove box. I believe it was for the month of June. So we're going to foam the vehicle down and wash it with this, like a dark green liquid. Really nice shampoo also. Whoa. What do they have on here already? Now you may be asking yourself, why do an APC rinse? The APC rinse is an important part of the pre-wash phase. So usually with any of our full details that haven't been cleaned in a long time, we're always going to start with an APC rinse because that gets the majority of the junk, the grime, the traffic film, anything that might be stuck onto the paint softened and blasted off the paint. So when we go into foam and contact wash, it's going to be that much cleaner. So we're only going to be dealing with a little bit of a film on the paint, if any, and that's what we're going to be contacting. That's what we're going to be washing with the contact wash. So it's not going to be any type of heavy grit on the paint to scratch the paint or anything like that. The methodology with this is to get the majority of damaged material, dirt, grime, and junk that could be caught in the mitt when you're contact washing, get that off the paint first. Now, do we always do this on every single vehicle? only if it's a full detail and we haven't washed it or cleaned it in a long time or ever. If it's a maintenance wash, which we only have a few of those, then no, we don't usually do that. We just rinse it, foam it, contact wash it, and that's it, because it has protection on it. The paint is usually beading like crazy, even though this is beading. I don't know what they have on here, but still, we go through that same process to start the breaking down of any waxes and sealants and anything that might be on there. But again, it is mainly to get the junk off the paint before we contact wash. So if you want to check out another video that we made that really does explain the APC rinsing, click in the card above. Smells really nice. Wow. It smells like a body wash almost.
Oh, it's very manly.
Yeah.
Like herbal-y.
Rolling on over here. The MDX is now washed, deconned, and dried. Not much in the way of deconning. Even with the clay mitt, it was barely picking up anything. I actually really couldn't even feel much at all on the paint. And yeah, I mean, it didn't seem to mar it, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, we can see a little bit of light swirls in there. That should clean up really well. Let's just take a quick look around. I'm going to grab my light just in case. These lights do a good job. In fact, I'm going to turn on my other lights here. Now we can check out the paint and inspect it. Yeah, about the same. That one's a little bit brighter than that one. When we look at it with the hand light, wow, not bad at all. A little bit of haze I can see, but Really not that bad. This will clean up very, very well. Little tiny chip there, a little stone chip. The bug that was there, that's gone. Oh, actually, look. Oh, look at that. It did etch into the paint a little bit, but that should be easy to remove. That's pretty fresh. So we'll concentrate on that and get that out. We have a really annoying grill here. We're gonna have to just get in there and hand polish as best as possible and coat all those little individual pieces. Of course, man, it has a lot of this textured plastic. We're gonna have to coat that as well. Wheels, not bad at all. Okay, overall, paint is in pretty good shape. Down here, yep, see, the worst. That's the worst of it. That's really not too bad at all. That should clean up really well. Pillars, yep, the usual. Yep, it looks like somebody was up here with some sort of polisher. That's really swirly. And we're making sure to dry all of the crevices, opening up all the door jambs. We'll get in here, gas cap the door jambs, dry all those areas, because once you start polishing, everything vibrates, and it will vibrate that water out and kind of make a mess with your polishing. So get as much of that out as possible. And of course, after we're done polishing, we're going to coat it, and we want that water gone. We do not want a drip. One single drip of water in your pad, you have to chuck it and start over in that section, because that can ruin the bonding process of your coatings. So one drop of water, you're done. Switch out your pad and redo that area. You don't have to repolish it, just panel wipe it and recoat it. I've done that before, and it's been okay. Yes, we removed the plate. We just didn't do it while we were washing, but it's not a big deal. This side, yeah. So it seems, you know, the higher you go in the vehicle, it's not as bad. The lower you go, that's where the heaviest amount of grit is, and it's going to swirl that much more. But still, overall, not bad at all. Now we're also going to be using, we're going to try out these first. The Dr. Beasley's NSP 45 and the Finale from Extreme Solutions polish. So both of these can be coated right over without an IPA wipe down. So the Dr. Beasley's did a great job. Look at that. So that's before, that's after. Very nice. Nice and crisp and clear. Wow, it really makes a difference. Orange Lake Country pad with Dr. Beasley's NSP 45 does a great job. At least on this paint it does. Some paints it's a little weird, and sometimes it'll leave a little bit of a weird haziness, but that will go away. We've learned to work with it. Kind of see the edge of the line right here. Yeah, but it did a great job. It really does clear it up. So you can see a little bit of the smeariness. That will go away, and you can coat right over that, and it goes away. So that's really good. We don't have to worry too much about it. We have found a trick. Really just a good method is using multiple towels. You know, you have a final fluffy towel to buff away the residue, and it clears up. All right, that's our combo. We'll work with that. polishing is now done. It didn't really take us too long because the paint is in such good condition, and you can see it looks awesome. Now you can see a little bit of smearing there. That will be easily removed with a towel, and it does kind of reappear. So if you are using this polish, it depends on the humidity and the temperatures and even the paint. If you do get that and you start freaking out, don't worry. Look, see how it's kind of smeary there? That will just polish away, just buff away, super easy, and you can coat right over it. Don't worry, just coat right over it. It'll go away. It's just a little bit of residual residue from the polish, and it goes right away. Even on the pillars, look how nice they look. It'll go right away. Here, this one's a little smeary still, but again, we just wipe it and coat it, and it'll be fine. So if you are using that polish, the Dr. Beasley's NSP polishes, they do that. It's weird, but we've learned to work with it, and we've learned that just wiping away the residue and coating it is completely fine. The smearing won't come back. We've already tested on other vehicles, and it's completely fine. So it's good to know. So after lunch, we are going to start coating. We're going to coat all the plastic first, all this plastic cladding in the bottom, the windshield cowl here, and there's a few little bits around the front grille. Yeah, that little bit in there. There's like a little hidden scoop in there, some plastic down there. We are going to coat all the painted plastic here. It's black gloss painted plastic. We're going to coat that with Crystal Serum Light. So we'll start with the trim first, then paint, then wheels. And I already polished and coated the glass. It's drying. This is the G5 on the glass, and we polished it with the, I believe it's the G4 glass polish with a felt pad. I think it's the CarPro or Lake Country pad. I forget which one. But the felt pad deep cleans the glass, removes any light water spotting, and it really preps the glass for the coating. So the coating goes on super thin. I let it dry for like an hour or more and then wipe it off. And if this does give you a problem, again with smearing, a little bit of water or a little bit of the Perfect Glass from G-Technic, their glass cleaner, and it'll remove any of that hazing, no problem. Okay, so the whole vehicle is pretty much coated now. I just have front bumper, this panel, and the roof. And the roof really is not that much at all. So yeah, we can quickly fly around the vehicle coating This coating is, like I had mentioned in other videos, my favorite coating. It's by far the easiest to apply, and the durability range being 3 to 5 years. With proper maintenance, you can get, you know, close to that 5-year mark. That is impressive. This stuff is awesome. Now, we did run into a little problem. I didn't get it on film because we were problem solving, but towards the back area there was a little bit of water dripping out, and it got onto my pad and it smeared. So I had to get rid of that pad and repolish the area with the Dr. Beasley's NSP 45 and reapply. And be careful, you know, with those edges, towel dry all those edges and get all the water out. But we fixed it. Sometimes you run into those little problems. But the paint is looking awesome. And I found out I'm not even wiping the panels before I coat it. You can still see a little bit of the residue, a little bit of the smearing from the Dr. Beasley's polish, but it goes away once you coat it. It disappears and it does not return. It doesn't come back. So again, I have confidence now in that polish. I don't have to worry about wiping it off before I coat it and worry about it messing anything up. It works really, really well. And you may be thinking, well, how do you know the paint is perfect? It's just a little bit of smearing, and it goes away. You wipe it with the towel and it goes away, so you can see the clarity in the paint. You can see, you know, how well you've polished the paint. And if the little smearing comes back, not a problem. Coat right over it. It's not going to cause any issues. So yeah, we've been using it and it's been great. It's been so nice not having to worry about an IPA wipe down or a panel wipe down messing with the paint. Yeah, it speeds things up too. We're able to do this much faster with less complications. The water dripping is just our fault from not drawing everything perfectly, but that happens. All right, this is looking awesome. And then Jessica will go behind and just double check. So this is really like a third double checking and wiping down with another towel just to make sure we didn't miss anything. It's a good habit to get into. That way we're already double and triple checking. Awesome. The paint is beautiful, very, very crystal clear. And you can see the metallic flake. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. So now I just have to do the roof, front bumper. Wheels have already been prepped and they just need to be coated. I'm gonna strip the tires. Even though I use the strong tire cleaner from Enzo, their Enzo Resolve, there's still a little bit of gunk on the tires. So I'm gonna use that strong panel wipe that I made up here. And look, the color is going kind of weird. Ugh, now it looks gross. It was a nicer color before, but this is the acetone and Windex with ammonia. It's a pretty strong solution. So I use this to strip junk off of the tires. This you can use as a panel wipe, but I just think it's just too strong. I don't think it works for me. I'd rather use polishes as a primer that you don't need to panel wipe. That's just me. And after like an hour, look at the windshield. I haven't wiped it yet, but yeah, it'll come off. Not a problem. The MDX is looking beautiful. She's done. We just finished the wheels and tires. I applied Enzo tire dressing, the Orbit, and that stuff is awesome. I love it. Wheels are coated, paint is coated, trim is coated, windshield is coated, all the glass I used a spray sealant on. This thing is ready to go. Pillars are looking awesome. Oh yeah. This pillar was a wreck. Oh, it looks so much better. So guys, that's going to do it for the MDX. It is looking beautiful. Customer's going to pick it up tomorrow. It's fully coated. All the exterior is done. Paint, trim, wheels, plastic. It's looking awesome. Now you saw that we didn't top it with EXO. That's an addition. That's an extra if the customer wants to pay for that. But after talking with G-Technic, with the guys from G-Technic that is, they shed some light on the nature of their coatings, and especially with Crystal Serum Light and Crystal Serum Ultra, which we also can offer. Those are in themselves dual layer systems. They are meant to be one layer, one coat. You don't put two layers of Crystal Serum Light. That's what they told me. This is coming from the G-Technic guys themselves, the ones who do training, the ones who educate others. In other areas, they say put two coats. We don't know why. But it is a two-layer system already within itself. It actually has a bottom layer that cures and then a top layer that cures. And the top layer is like EXO, it's hydrophobic. Now, it will last, the hydrophobic part will last roughly 2 to 3 years, they say. And then at that point, if they opt into your maintenance program, you can say at that 2.5 to 3 year mark, if the hydrophobics start to die off, it doesn't mean the coating is dead. The bottom layer is still there. It's just the hydrophobic layer that has worn off. All you have to do is do a super light polish, or if the paint is good enough and there's no swirls, you can just wash it, do a quick panel wipe, a very quick light panel wipe, and top it with EXO. You can put EXO right on top of it at that point, and it'll boost it for another 2 years. So that's how you can get the 3 to 5 year mark out of it, durability, because later on you can add the EXO to it. That's what they told me. I asked them tons of questions about that, and that's how they trained me to apply their coatings. Same with the Crystal Serum Ultra. It's a one-layer system. You can top it with EXO, but again, they say it's not really needed because 2 to 3 years down the road, again, the EXO will wear off. Will the other layer underneath it still be hydrophobic? Well, usually they will bond and start to break down at the same amount of time. So they say don't even bother with that. Put that one layer on there, and then 2 to 3 years down the road, you can add EXO, or just keep topping it with C2V3. Keep on the maintenance, and then take it from there. See if the beading dies off, and if it does, then you can take action and do what you need to do. But good information that I got from those guys. I figured I'd at least pass on a little bit of that information so you guys would understand why I'm doing certain things here too. A lot of guys don't ask questions. They simply make blunt statements, and you need to ask the questions. Intelligent people ask questions. So do that. If you see something, you're like, hey, you didn't do that. Ask why I didn't do it. There's a reason. So just ask the question and don't make a blunt statement, because that's not intelligent at all. So if you guys are interested in any of the products that we use throughout the detail, check out the links down below. For the shampoo, we use the Detail Firm Exterior Lather. That stuff is nice. Very, very nice shampoo. That came in the Detail Glove Box. So if you are interested in the Detail Glove Box, I have links down below. You can get 20% off your first monthly subscription, which is awesome. I love it. So I get all sorts of different products that I can try. I know I already have tons, but still, I get lots of different products in the mail each month. It's something that's fun for me. So if you're into that, check out the link down below. You can get 20% off your first subscription box. I hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.